A pleasant good evening to each and everyone in Georgetown, Guyana, the diaspora, and elsewhere. Friends all. Like I always say, I would like you to subscribe to my channel so you will get the next updated video whenever I care to put on one. But what I'm amazed with, everybody have a cell phone. Some of you looking at this time where people are dancing and singing and smiling and you all are entertained by that. While the world, many millions of people are suffering, starting from the Palestinian country, now Pakistan and many parts of Africa. In many parts, they're Mother Nature. Where is not tornado is volcano. Where is not volcano is hurricane or earthquake. And where is not that, it is politician who wanted to change history and destroy innocent life because of what the principal belief is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a time for we to sit down and have our entertainment while other brothers and sisters are suffering regardless of their languages or their culture. For we are all human beings that was created by God Almighty, Bhagwan or Allah, which one you choose to call him. My argument is plain and simple. What have I got from this trying to educate a nation such as Guyanese between the two major races, who is full of hate and anger for each other? And I cannot blame the Indian for having anger and hate for what the blacks have done to them in the 60s. But then again, I want them to know it was not Guyana. Blacks have created thanks to the CIA because Dr. Jagan had wanted to bring communists into Guyana, and he will never listen. While Burnham played the game because they was in the same party together. So for Mr. Biko and Baka, whoever call you want to call himself, get your act together. And when you're going to use words like, y'all develop Guyana, you come there, let it be known that if Uganda could put out 1 million Indians, Burma could run the rest out, and Mr. Mugabe can chase the European out, don't count on what you're saying, my friend. I was born in Guyana, and I'm a mixed race. And I'm honored to know that I'm lucky to be in that country because I got your blood in me if you're a black person. And if you're an Indian, I got your blood in me, and I could tell you about both of you. Amongst the blacks, they are much more loving and kind and devoted people, man and woman. Okay? Much more. And you got a lot of ignorance, uneducated, don't want to work, ready to attack, beat, loot, and even kill for a few dollars. We choose leaders in our country in order to administrate because we vote for them. We give them a job. They come on the street corner, loudspeaker, telling you what they will do. And we listen to them and we vote for them. They take our trust and they play with it. They do what they have to do. Then they make a thing called Constitution, which is an institution only to protect them when they thief and they murder people. Let it be known, Guyana must have a constitution that no man above the law. If a prime minister, if a president break the law, and if you are going to kill a common man for murder, then the president or whoever must also have the same fate. You apply for a job, they campaign for their own, and you vote and you put them in. Then they make a law and call it Constitution, which I call an institution. President for life. President cannot be judged. Who the hell is the president that he or she cannot be judged? But we blame the European as the white man. The man who opened up civilization to this limit or to this day, that we are enjoying the sweat and tears from the past. Yes, the Bible all spoke about slavery. The Quran spoke about it. Today, we are modernized. We came a long way into civilization, and it got far more to go. And we must have respect for the people them who bring it forward. Yes, what happened in the past must not happen again. But even on to modern time, we are enslaving people. We are calling them our servants. New name to slavery, ladies and gentlemen. What a great move from slavery into our modern day, my servant. He is my servant. She is my servant. Only the name changed. Yes. And today we are educated. We could read and write. We are not like in the past hundreds of years ago when civilization was just about beginning to come forward. Because many people didn't have on clothes, just a piece of cloth around them or whatever. Running barefoot, sleeping on the tree leaf, call it true leaf. Friends, these are the times that our generations and yours have passed, and civilization have turned the light on. It had a price to pay. Of course, as a slave, you're going to rebel and retaliate because that's your nature. And that is what caused the black Africans in Africa to sell your ancestors out to the Europeans. Instead of killing them, they sold you all out. The whole Caribbean, Brazil, America, Canada, England, I say Europe in the whole, many of you are there. You are pilots and doctors, and I can keep repeating it, great teachers, philosophers, singers and actors and dancers, great musicians, great soccer player, great boxers. You're making millions and billions, but you still condemn the white man. Many of them were slaves in Europe. Do your history. But every time you, the black race, we were slaves. Our ancestors were slaves. But in the 24th century, it's child mother and daddy, child father. Is that civilization? Running away from taking care of your responsibility? Every race has suffered sometime and the other. Okay? Like Mr. Biko, you have a right to love Burnham. Yeah, that's your choice. Who knows who you are? Put your face that people could see who you are. There's nothing to be hiding about or hidden. But let it be known to all of you in Guyana. With the new government, the constitution shall and will change. And all the criminals I'm appealing to you who are killing for politicians, who are killing for Indian businessmen, let it be known to you. Once you take the job and do the killing, they already tell 100 of their own people who know about you. Where are you going to hide? And everybody have a prize. All right? Same goes to the people in Canaan. We are trying to uplift a spirit to show them that they can be equal like everyone else. But you choose to thief and fight and do what you think because you believe you're the only one can kill. I'm warning y'all. Warning you. If a man cannot get justice in Guyana because of the corrupt system and the politician, we will have to get it other way around. We believe in a God. And if Moses could have fight, and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, could have go to war, we all have to go there to bring salvation, and not starvation, so it will be. But remember, and I'm appealing to the Indian and the blacks in Guyana, you are your own enemy. You listen to these corrupt politicians who thief your trust, and when they get in the parliament, y'all call them the big one. They're no bloody big one. They shit and piss like you and me. And if they're a woman, they see the period, unless they got hot flash. Come on. Get civilized, man. If you go to a job and you have an interview and you don't pass, you don't get it. And even when you get it, you make mistake, they replace you. Why we keep the same politicians all the time? And let it be known. Plenty of them, whether they run or not, they will have to be coming back, or we have to meet them outside. They will have to have a lie detector test. I call upon the United States of America, President Joe Biden, to start to apply pressure for human rights violation in Guyana, present and past. We want the truth to come out and reveal the death of the late Walter Rodney, Vincent Tika, Waddle, and many more. And I want you all to know, Mr. Sankar said if he's Sankar and not a black brother, but the way his story was written, he had to be a black person using an Indian name. Yes, but my name won't change. My features won't change. My attitude won't change. Because let me tell you, Indian and black alike, I got your blood in me. I cannot live alone. The monkeys in the jungle don't live alone. The lion, the tigers, the elephant, they love to see others. But you all are selfish, corrupt, vindictive, spiteful, and covetous. You, the black race, let me give you your trade brand. You're quick to get yourself into a hostile situation. You're quick to be lead up to commit crime, especially when you're less educated and understand the man who's setting you up is only using and abusing you. And then one day down the road, he will tell somebody about you. And if he's a politician and you take his money to kill George Karaya, he already tells many people, well, you know, he got somebody going to kill Karaya tomorrow, you know. His name is Henry. And he sees, all right, that one call 20 others and tell them, my friends, in a change of government, where will you be going? Every case shall be resurfaced. So whether you're black, brown, or yellow, remember who hurt your family. Remember, even if they're dead, their children will answer the call. As Ram Jatan, I spoke in a video about here Nagamutu and said, how could the black people trust these men who grew up to hate black people? And when he became the security minister, without a reason, he used it against my son, and he got a sister living in Queens and he 2 sons in the Caribbean. Is he a madman? But look at our hands. These hands are clean. But our fingers with a telephone call, the world can change. But we don't believe in that. We believe in forgiveness. We believe every human makes mistakes. And yes, if you're mad, we must get your medication. But if you're a criminal disguising as a doctor, then we got a problem. And many politicians in Guyana, I'm not saying all of you, but then you have to associate. Because if they got a saying, one bad fish in a barrel, a good one spoil them all. And if you are in your parliament and you know that one of your minister's hands are dirty, why you still associate with them? Hand them over and kick them out. Come on. Kick them out. The fall of David Granger government by Mr. Prasad. It was coming. Y'all could say what you like. Why only Indian and black people must rule Guyana? Y'all in shame? Your first president was Arthur Chung, a Chinese man, a relative of mine. Find out. And to be honest, find out about Eugene Karaya, the advisor to LFSB. The man who he take with the international travel when he become the prime minister, and then he changed constitution and get rid of Arthur Chung and he make himself president. But my friend, nothing lasts forever. So for you, Mr. Sankar, I don't know your age, I don't know what you drink, but I would like you also to show your face so people could know if you have committed a crime. Same as Mr. Biku or Baku. Now let me be honest with you. Every crime shall be reopened from the 60s right back to now. That is why Guyana can go forward. Mr. Sankar claimed Indian did marry at 13. I'll go a little deeper than that, Mr. Sankar. In India, where they came from, is 10, 8, and 12. Okay? An advantage taken thanks to the European who changed that in India. So it was not different in Guyana when they come because they were uncivilized. They had no education. They wasn't allowed to go to school. Today, nurses and doctors are women. Great teachers are women. Because they were treated like garbage. But now they're accepted as human beings in this world of today. So, Mr. Biko and Mr. Sankar, I like the way how you all put things, but you must get your facts together. And I don't like talk to ghosts. Put your face, let me see. Who am I talking to? Because you might need medication. But I call upon the U.S. Embassy, Canada. Anyone who applying for a visa, once you're a police officer, a military, a minister in government, must have a lie detector test. And I will give them the question what to ask y'all. Because America is full of a lot of thieves inside, came from other countries, sheltering with the democratic policy. And that is not right. It's a curse. You bring cancer into a country when you also have some here already. So my friends, this is not right. Y'all may hate me, but that's all right. But again, the two race. If I have to give you judgment, the most racial people amongst the 6 races are black people. But then again, 70 to 80,000 give and take, genuine, human, honorable people. The rest is garbage. Wake up, for God's sake. Wake up. While the Indian on the other way, covetous, jealousful, spiteful, ungrateful, they don't remember kindness. Don't matter what you do for them. I heard many things. A woman on the West Coast give her ex-husband, nephew a kidney to save his life. And that woman was in my house in America when she spoke about it. She said she was waiting for the minibus and the family was driving the car and passed her in the corner. Indian for you. My friend, never cuss the hands that hold you or feed you, or they bring you across. Okay? But you have decent Indian also who going through the same tragedy. And if you marry into a family, don't thief from the family that you join to help yours. You will get help, but don't thief to cause problem like Indra Sigobin. Encourage rice and chong, selling property, these uneducated bastards. Let me tell you all something, Guyana don't have a good leader. Ali is young, he's trying. But if you notice all the press conference, listen to the rooster that crow, that is the king. Listen to the guinea bird that make the noise, that is the king. Listen to the turkey, that is your king. Ali, you only have to follow what they say. We got to be careful. Jealousy don't have friends. The man who appoints you can disappoint you. Mr. Ali, but there is Allah. Next 2 weeks might be the month of Ramadan. I hope if you will be keeping fast, it will be a good time to ask you to be sincere with the nation. If your hands are clean. If your hands are clean. And I know y'all ain't gonna like what I'm saying, but remember these words. America gets what America wants. And America is responsible for Guyana. That's why they send the Jews, with the help of Britain, for Palestine country. Or else you black people that try that with the Jews and they wipe you all out. Or you Indian, you love money and land, the Jews love money and land. I don't know how that will go between the two of you. It will be a cat and mouse game. Right? But you all might get along. But in both sides you have good and bad. So with this I want to say clearly, let's condemn all wicked things around the world, this so-called war. It is time for Mr. Ali to release prisoners. Show mercy, Ali, because due to the situation of Burnham, not Height, and the rest, have drove the people to the other side. Because what are they living for? Tell me, Ali, you call yourself a Muslim. If Prophet Muhammad was here today and living in Guyana, he would have declared war. Trust me. So for all them corrupt judges, magistrate, police, you all have the final chance to change. Speak out. Stop taking threats and bribes to lock up innocent people. Because we all have destiny. Not everybody going to take it. And I will not associate with a man like Ramjatan and Nagamutu in no organization unless they take a lie detector test, my friends. But there is a God. Very soon you're going to hear what's going to happen. The United States just tolerate it only up to a limit. Check out all the dictators when they were back in what happened. One get hanged. One had a gold toilet, he died in Egypt. Pine face man died in France jail, they say. Take. And when you stand up against America, you got to be careful. They believe in democracy and human rights. But again, they also have some weak politicians here. Because nothing is 100%. But I'd rather be a slave in the European country than be a prince in an Indian and black country. Because there's always a tribal affair. There's always a jealousy. So, Mr. Ali, you're trying. You're spreading out so they can see. Started to ask the international world, the UN and others, and open up Guyana to Africa, India, and the world at large to help these refugees that are looking for land. Imagine you all are denying people to come and land, but you all want to go to heaven. You're all hypocrites. May the curse of God behold the wicked one in parliaments. You lawmakers. So I call upon you, the Indian and the black, unite for a national front government where the Amerindian will be the leader of their country and we all will administrate and everyone will live like brothers. Well, I am your host, George Correa. Thank you for listening. You have your opinion.